Hey loves, welcome back to my space. If you're new here, thank you so much for dropping by. If you are an OG, I see you. So guys, today we are outside. Like yo, I left the house and I found this timber yard, and when I saw this wood, I knew my house is about to transform. So I purchased this at this timber yard. When you get mouse, they are able to do anything for you. So they did kupiga, what is it called, kupiga randa or kupiga msasa. They did this for me, and I loved. So we did purchase like 6 feet, and then I divided it into 4 pieces. Then they went ahead and they did this for me. I found this very efficient, and like I love their professionalism. I love how amazing they did this work. And guys, just check it on to technology. Like kitambo we used to have ile ya kushika, but see technology. So afterwards, this is what I ended up having: 4 pieces. With this, I requested them to do to drill holes for me, because when I saw the bow, guess what came to mind? Hanging shelves. You got it right. Yes, hanging shelves. I've been wanting to have hanging shelves specifically for my indoor plants. I really wanted a long one, but because it was the first time for me to do this, I was like, let me just try with a small one. So I requested them to drill the holes for me. And because of technology, drill yao ina drill vitu zinaka hivi venye mnaona. Wow, but I loved the way they did this work. The work was clean and perfect. I truly love this. So once it's very easy nowadays. You can be able to make your own hanging shelves if you want, because the bow was like 30 bob per piece, and then the drilling 5 shillings. If you want it for outside, you don't have to paint. You can just leave it the way it is. But for me, because I wanted hanging shelves inside my house for my minimal, like my small plants inside house plant, I decided to paint them so that at least they can match the theme of my house or the color that I love. I truly love black. Why? Black. But someone told me it's a millennial thing. I don't know, black and gray. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But anyway, so I decided I'm going to paint, because they did all the work for me. They made sure that they have smoothened the bows. They have already drilled the holes for me. So the only thing that is left here is just to paint, add a few, add color, and use Canva. That's the only thing. Like, this is the most simplest DIY we can ever have. And you know what? Mimi na gloves hatuelewanaangi. I'm a painter, I'm a creative. I can do anything. I don't know, I can do anything. Like, yo, if you come to my house and you see this shelf and I tell you I did paint it by myself, you not believe. So ukiona kwa hii video, that's my hand. Like, ni mimi. And as always, I don't wear gloves. Wewe kama unafanya kazi ya rangi, tafadhali vaa gloves ama karatasi kwa mkono to avoid rangi kushika. Again, if you're going to be doing this, please use a bigger brush. For me, the bristles were too small. Like, I don't know whether it's an inch brush. Yes, it's actually an inch brush. And I wish I was like, I tried finding my bigger brush, but I couldn't get it. So I was like, you know what? This DIY is not going to stop just because I don't have a big brush. And I'm not going to run to the hardware to buy another one. I'm going to use this. As long as ifanye ichapeka, ichapekazi. So yeah, we're going ahead to paint this so that we can have black, because as I mentioned, black is my theme. And I feel like these barrows were good the way they were, but who is me? Mimi bado need to add color. So if you're trying to get them for a shelf for your outside plants, then you don't have to go through the cost of painting, or you don't have the struggle of painting. But if it's in your house, then it won't hurt to have a little of color, or. So yeah, I did paint all round. Again, painting is not that difficult, especially when it comes to DIY. Usually, if you're looking for perfection outside the door, like in this channel, we don't check on we're not perfectionist. I am a perfectionist, but when it comes to DIY, I don't mind, as long as I get the results I want, or as long as I get what I want. I'll try everything. So when it comes to doing it myself, I really try everything that I feel like I can be able to, as long as I get the results. But something I can tell you, when it comes to painting, make sure that your strokes are always going up and down. Usifollow tu nini moja, unaweza crisscross them like, but kuna ile tu design yenye una paintingi kitu. As you can tell, there's a way I'm moving my brush. Yeah, I know painters will tell you this, and even artists will tell you how the bristle should, you know, that is only to make sure that they are uniform. It's that it has nothing, it's not a big deal. So since it's a DIY, you can do it your own way as long as you get what you want. Yeah, so for me, karatasi li come in handy. Na msembe wa Kenya natumia karatasi. Tafadhali don't tell my president, don't tell watu wa inaitwa name ama inaitangwa nini, that I have these papers where zinakuanga za kuweka maharagwe kwa fridge. So this came in handy because as I was doing this, I realized it hasn't clicked me that it's going to be the entire mbao. So I don't know what I was thinking, but nilipata karatasi. So wear your gloves kindly if you don't want to have paint on your fingernails, your hands, especially fingernails. It's very difficult to remove it zikiingia kwa kucha. So yeah, ensure that you have gloves. Yeah, you have gloves on. Don't do it kienyeji for me. Like me, I'm sorry, don't do it kienyeji like me. But hey, anyway, so we did paint. I did paint the mbaos all round because again, as I mentioned, I'm going to place it in the house. So for me, I had to paint all sides, and haka karangi kaliniskuma. Kaliniskuma, but I have been using this rangi. Like I remember when I did my palette seats. Oh yeah, you got right. Yes, I did my own seats, my palette seats. I created them myself. I forgot to upload that, but anyway, it was kitambo, so I don't think. Yeah, I'll show you one day. But anyway, so I used this rangi that time. Kitambo sana, so yenye libaki ndo bado niko nao mpaka wa leo because I'm a keeper. And yeah, so that is what I just used. Nothing new. I never bought rangi, but if you don't have rangi, you can just buy this small one because it won't high-tech rangi nyingine take tu kidogo. Yeah, so I did that to all the mbaos, added rangi to them, like, and when I felt like it was enough, niliachazika. Okay, actually I did one coat. If you want to do a couple of coats, to each their own, you can be able to add as much as you want, the number of coats that you want. But because, as I mentioned, it's just for flowers in my house and a few decoration, haikunipea pressure, you know. So I just added a kidogo just to make sure that they're black, and we are done. I left them outside for some hours just to dry, and just look how cute they look. Like black looks like it's royal. To me, I feel like black is one of the, you know, those colors in here. Hey, because guys, just look at that. Just look at how cute that turned out. Like I'm having a bad coma and yo. But anyway, once they dried and I was content with the look, I decided now it was time to add what is it called? It was time to add uzi. I wish I had the macrame rope with me, or what is it called? Ile ya kitambo, the brown one. I don't remember. Zile zinafunganga mbuzi. I don't know how they are, but I didn't have that. So I had this nylon rope, which worked amazing. Like it did a great job. I didn't expect, but this the makonge is not the makonge. This one, the nylon one, it's kind of how do I put it? It's kind of stronger than the other, you know, like more than the other one. But sasa issue ni venye najikunja. Venye walikunja, manufacturer alikunja, it stays like that. So it wasn't easy for me to use this. But if you have the makonge one, then you can go for it, yeah? So now this is where your what is it called? Your creativity comes in. We have two ways you can be able to insert this kamba. One, you can use this one, the one that I'm using. You tie a knot and make sure that the knot will not go through the drilled holes, yeah? So make a double. For me, I did a double knot. Then I realized it was going to go through, so I added a few knots to it just to make sure that it's kind of big and the hole, it's not going to go through the hole, you see? Yeah, so that is one way you are able to do this. So what you need is just to measure the size of rope or the distance you want between your shelves. And after the distance you want, if you want, let's say 13 centimeters, once the 13 centimeter reaches, you make another knot, you tie another knot, so that you can be able to insert the second shelf. Yeah, so that is what I was trying to pima here, so that I can be able to get the sizes. For me, I didn't want them to have the same size, because the bottom shelf and the top shelf, I needed a bigger space compared to the middle one. Yeah, so for me, when it came to kupanga hizi, sikuweka ati same size. However, you can be able to do same size if you want, like the distance between shelf 1 and shelf A and shelf B, the same. So for me, they were not the same. So the first method, as I mentioned, is making tying the knot. All right, so that is easy, because you'll have a very long knot, and a long rope. So you'll just insert, once you get the inch you want, make a knot, insert the other shelf. Once you get to where you want, make a knot just to secure it, then another one. That is it, and then you'll be done doing that. All right, you'll be done by that. Alternatively, you can start by not tying a knot. You can start with method 2. So method 2 is different from 1. Method 1 has knot for the first shelf, but for method 2, it's different. So this is method 2, where instead of creating knot, you just insert the rope from the bottom, going upward. Let me just, at this point, I was still struggling to get the exact measures, yeah? But anyway, here's method 2, where you insert the rope like that. You already have one long one, and instead of creating knots, you insert the other side and pull. So with this one, it means that the bottom shelf will have a line. The rope will have make a line at the bottom, so it's not just a knot but a line. Like, guys, I told you I struggled with this kamba, especially when najikunja, ilikuwa inanipa headache. But who am I? We create, like, you think about an idea comes to mind, we must actualize it. Yeah, so this is what I mean. You see, the first shelf will have that. So now the second shelf, you'll insert after getting the inches that you want, or the distance that you want, you make the knot. That is the only way you're able to do this. Also, you can be able to alternate, like crisscross. You see, like the way you have added that. So when you're putting the shelf, you crisscross the left one to go to the right, and then the right one to come to the left, so that your shelf should not have a straight line, but the rope should have a crisscrossed effect. So you have so many ways you can choose to make this. But for me, I am very random. I'm a very random girl, so I didn't want to do a lot, because as I mentioned, hii ni kitu nimekuwa nikitaka, na si ati ni kitu nilikuwa nataka nifanye kwa nyumba, ati nilikuwa nataka kama maua zangu za nje ziko zimekuwa kwa shelf, until when I got the dwarf snake plant, some succulents. So I was like, these small ones, they look good in the house, and I want to put them on my TV stand because it looks too much. Yeah, that is because I have so many decorative pieces in this house. Like, yo, as you all know, I'm a creative, so anything that comes to mind, I must try. And there's nothing kwangu yenye nishai create nika feel like it looks weird. There's nothing. So I always find myself keeping some. People will come, beba them. My siblings will come, beba, buy. Other people will buy my art. But for me, I'll create. Whoa. I never run out of ideas. Not unless niko kwa creative block. Nata nikiko kwa hiyo creativity block, kuna ile venye mi uchapa stuff, mpaka nashangaa. Because creating is part of me. Like, I find peace, I find joy in doing small things like this, because life was put after kufanya. Anyway, guys, so I added a rope just like that. You have seen me tying the second knot and putting the second shelf. That is all you need to do on this video. Like, it just, like, literally, this video took me 16 minutes. Forget about kwenda kwa timber yard kudungiwa hizi vitu, like, because hata hizo za timber yard, they never took me more than 10 minutes, you know. And With that said and done, after all that, we have our shelves. Like you can see me now, I have them, all of them added together. Now I'm trying to find how to like put them on the wall. What type of msumari am I going to insert on the wall, or what hooks am I going to use to hold it, because again the bows are not light. But guys, look at the end product. Just look at this. This is how it turned out, and I loved everything. Then Mimi in a creativity, these books, you can see my first plant, and then these books are the latest, the ones that I'm reading, the most recent, and other DIYs that I've created on this video. So this shelf came in handy, guys. I loved how it turned out, and this is something you can create on your end. Like, I don't know why you're not creating. So guys, if you love this video, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate this. Something you can do by yourself on your own. You can be able to create this and transform your house. If you want for the outdoors, you can also do this for your outdoors. Like, plants zako hazifai kuwa tu zinalala kwa corridor. Just look how cute it turned out. Like, yo, I loved this. Yo, if you want to try this, just go ahead and try. There's no pain in trying. Like, you're not going to, just go and try, and you love. Like, it looks so simple but so amazing. Just, guys, if you have watched this video until here, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. And if you like my work, just give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and share. I truly appreciate you. We have our shelves. Until next time, bye bye guys. I love you so much. Bye bye.